thing.
Welcome.
Welcome.
To.
Well.
Anyway.
Alrighty, people. Let's go.
I kind of want to do a Warhammer podcast today, guys.
You want to do a Warhammer podcast today?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know how we can do it.
Macklemore, let's go thrift shopping.
Macklemore, let's go Warhammer podcast.
Let's pop some tags.
Macklemore.
I'm about to rant on some articles.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we had an interesting week of Warcom. Oh yeah, anyway,
God,
welcome
Mini
everybody.
Of the month in my pocket.
Yep. Anyway, we had an interesting week of articles and book drops and whatnot and pre-orders and all kinds of stuff, right?
I wear your store rep's clothes.
Yes.
Hey, what's this podcast
Ethan
called,
does.
Brodie?
Well, I was getting there eventually. I don't know.
Where are we?
Dude, we are definitely on a couple couches in the place where a lot of heretical things go down, and we hang out here sometimes as well.
We do hang out here.
This is definitely a Hangout Heresy of some
Hangout
sorts.
Heresy of some sorts.
Of some sort.
The person just talking was Brodie.
Is this Hangout Heresy or the Hangout Heresy?
It might be the Hangout Heresy.
It's Hangout Heresy podcast on YouTube, but I could
YouTube.com.
I could change it
Heresy.
whenever the 14 days gets up and change it to the Hangout Heresy
I don't know.
podcast.
Vote down below. Vote.
Yeah.
We read every comment.
Yeah. We will read every single comment because there's probably going to be 2 at most. But
let's keep rolling.
Yeah, let's chug along. How have y'all been? It's been a while since we recorded last.
It's been pretty good. Model check-in for the year. I remember we set goals for this year.
Oh yeah.
Where are we at, boys?
I have built 6 more Arbites.
I have not completed anything,
I
nor
have
started.
I was about to
I
say,
have not
Leo,
started
have you even picked up a brush?
The only thing I've touched Warhammer related in this year of our Lord 2025 has been my models, and that is it.
Well,
My models that I have built and already painted and are done.
yeah, we've done 3 games of boarding actions so far. We did
There's a few
8,000 point.
We did a lot of
There's
games.
a few games here.
We've also
Yeah, we did 8,000 point. Have we done a 2,000 point at all?
we have.
Yeah.
You and
Oh,
Andrew
that's
did
right.
one,
Me and Andrew did
Yeah,
one.
did that.
Yeah.
How was the
Yeah, we haven't gotten the
elves
results of that.
versus Thousand Suns?
Well, the elves were moving around, and then the Thousand Sons kind of shot them dead. It was.
Was that 2 battle rounds or 3?
We got to. I think we started. We went through the top of battle round 2, and it was like, yeah, this is kind of rough already.
Brutal.
Yeah. It was rough. I'm like slowly remembering everything that happened in that game now. Yeah. Whoops.
Listen,
That one. Yeah.
Things just happen sometimes.
Listen, I'm going to say this.
Sometimes you make one bad move at the very beginning and you're just cooked.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
And I can say this because I know he's not going to watch this episode.
Damn.
Because he's not in this.
Our own
Sometimes
guest,
Andrew
and he
makes very
doesn't watch
questionable decisions during Warhammer 40,000 games. And I'm like, that's what we're doing?
Is that what we're doing today?
Sometimes he'll put himself right in my eyesight of my Meltas or my fucking Retributors. And I'm like, you sure you want to do that?
He'll just fucking do it, man.
Yeah. He does not give a.
He'll just
fuck.
do it and see what happens. That dude.
He enjoys fucking around. He certainly enjoys.
He just walks
finding out.
straight into that shit. No fucks given.
Yeah, there was.
He will charge into the mouth of madness and cry on the way in.
He's fucking crazy.
But yeah, there was. I don't remember any specific plays, but I do remember that he was completely blanked on secondaries the entire game. Like
That's also just rough.
Brutal.
Yeah,
Those
it was-
secondaries make or break shit.
It was bad. There was.
I snuck a game with crazy secondaries in the 5th battle round.
Oh my god.
I rug pulled Leo.
Dude, that was
rug
hilarious.
pulled
I
Leo
was
by
watching this
capturing
one.
his
I was
fucking
sitting there scoring it
enemy
like,
outpost.
dude, this whole game I was scoring it. I was scoring it
I took his
myself.
home objective.
Dude, that shit was so funny.
You didn't take it for a while. I did keep.
I was
off.
sitting
But
there
when I
like,
took
oh,
your home
bro,
objective,
Ethan's
I
fucked.
immediately pulled the secondary for it and got 8 points off that shit for free.
Yeah, I was. So for context, I was posed to win that one for the first, I would say 3 battle rounds, maybe like the top of the
I
fourth.
was playing Grotsmus with 1 Dreadnought and counting the tank as a character.
because
Ethan was literally down 25, like 25 or 30 points at the bottom of round 3.
So it was looking like a surefire victory for me.
It was.
And then it gets to the bottom of battle round 4, and Brodie's looking at the points, and he goes, "Yeah, Leo, you win this." And then he re-looks at the points, and he goes, and he looks at he looks around, looks at Ethan's secondaries, and goes, "Oh," looks back at the board and goes, "Ethan has a chance to win this."
As soon as I saw Brodie looking at the secondaries that hard, I was like, "Wait, hold up, let me lock in."
No,
real
okay,
quick.
so I was
And
basically.
I snuck that.
I was
shit.
like spaced out because I was like, "Oh yeah, Leo won this 2 rounds ago," and then I saw I saw specifically what Ethan pulled, and I was like, "Oh, Leo's fucked."
absolutely rug pulled this kid. But,
it was
I was like,
tragic.
"Oh, this game is over." Like this game is over, but not the direction I thought it was.
brutal.
It was a
games
true
recently.
tragedy on my part, but I couldn't even really be mad at it
Yeah.
because it was such a sweeping victory. that I was
Until
like-
it wasn't.
It was such a sweeping victory until it very much wasn't, and the
It all
comeback
came
was
crashing down, man.
the comeback was insane.
Yeah, Ethan literally scored like it was 13 points on secondaries and maxed out on primaries in the same turn.
The tortoise and, the hare.
and beat Leo by like 3 points or
The
something.
tortoise and the hare.
I guess so.
I
Well,
Well,
guess
that
so.
tortoise was very, very gold. Like
Well-
that tortoise was spray painted golden.
That was a golden tortoise.
It was a golden tortoise.
It was a golden
It
tortoise.
was a golden
It was
tortoise.
the greatest of tortoises.
Tortoise. Yeah, a golden tortoise versus with a hare that had a bunch of crosses all over it.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Something
Yeah.
like that, but it stopped to pray for too long.
So
Yeah, instead of a gnat.
The hare stopped to pray east.
started kneeling. It was like, just, dear Lord. And then just that golden fucking turtle passed me up like a
Fucking
bitch.
turtle is crazy, bro.
I hear we have some topics to discuss.
Oh yeah,
We have some topics.
yeah we do.
Would
Lots of
anyone-
news
Would
this.
anyone like to get in on these topics today?
Oh yeah, we have some Emperor's Children reveals, some more Emperor's Children reveals, and I think that a lot of the early copies of the books are coming out. I've only seen the rules. I haven't seen any of the actual interesting shit in the books yet, so that's gonna be interesting to follow up with. However, there's a couple interesting things I saw, and I don't like what I saw, especially given the implication.
The implications.
The implication.
from the Demon Detachment article
Oh my god.
from Emperor's Children's
Yes.
new stuff is alarming.
Very.
But
However,
However, we will be ignoring these rules in the apartment.
let's take us through a little history of why they're annoying, because we got to know what's up here.
Yeah, good lord. We
And
thought
it
so.
kind of gets into the entire problem with 10th edition as a whole, but there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of great stuff about 10th edition. I love playing it, but there are
10's
problems.
core rules are incredible. I will say that right off the rip.
they're
They're very,
they are
very
very
good.
good.
I love the way stratagems are handled in 10th.
there are just some choices that they've made in the game that I think are a little questionable, or that we've discussed.
They seem to think that this is chess with dice when we're playing a fun narrative war game here.
Right.
Fun narrative
they've
war game.
dumbed down the amount of data sheets and the amount of things you can add on to your army, and customize it. They've just dumbed it down really hard.
Which is fine in and of itself.
There
right?
are good ways that they've dumbed it. I think
like
the
power
way-
weapons all getting lumped in
the way
together.
that units are you can have this or that. It's not like you can have 4 through 10. Like, you just pick any number between that and see what you can min max super hard. I'm okay with that not being there, but things like the way that demons have been shown to what's about to happen to demons, or the Brood Brothers detachment from
Good lord.
the Gene Stealer cults. That was destructive.
Yeah, dude. I remember the Brood Brothers detachment and being like, well, At least they won't do that to me, right?
Right?
Right. Yeah, it turns out that, it comes for you as well.
Quick background on the Brood Brothers. That was a rule that let Gene Stealer Colts run Militarum units. And it was pretty great. It was pretty great stuff before this edition. Now it's
a very unique and fun rule.
Now it's one specific
Well, there was
detachment.
always some restrictions on it, but
now it's one detachment. And it's even more restrictive while also being only one detachment.
Yeah, that's it's very like a slap in the face to just Gene Stealer Colt players, because it's like that's kind of I imagine that's a lot of the allure of playing Gene Stealer Colts. It's like, hey, I can also get some guard models as well.
And I feel like that's a pretty
because it's like they're
invested
corrupting
customer.
Yeah.
That's a pretty invested customer to piss off, I feel like.
Dude, I will never forget
a Gene Stealer guy.
My very first Warhammer tournament, there was a guy walking around who had, like, I didn't play against them, and no one I knew played against them, I don't think. But there was a dude who had his entire Gene Stealer Colt army painted in kit bash to be Cobra from G.I. Joe, right? So like his
that's insanity.
Yeah. And it was all like
That's
Militarum
dedication.
shit. It was all Militarum shit with like the Cobra colors and like the Cobra helmets and everything. It was awesome. That army is now illegal. Not allowed.
That army
Get
is
fucked.
just straight up not allowed.
That army is now illegal.
It feels like that's such a fuck you to the
It
people
feels like
who
a
built
fuck you.
built Gene Stealer
Well,
Colts.
yeah. I mean, think about the Death Watch fellas. Like,
Oh, dude, think about the Death Watch fellas. Dude, they've gone from their own army to 4 data sheets. Named character, unnamed character, unit, and flyer.
well, I think they redropped the Death Watch index for the Groutsmith detachment. I want to say.
You know what? I think you're right.
So they did do that.
But you got to play all legend stuff, so it's not legal in tournaments if you're a Death Watch tournament guy. Like all their units.
Yeah, but I don't know. Tournament
I don't
fellas,
know. Rest
sorry.
in peace to like the 3 tournament guys that run Death Watch.
Yeah, for real.
Rip.
Everyone else, I hope your friends like playing with Legends rules.
Yeah. Well, I know in this apartment.
In this apartment, I love Legends rules.
we abuse Legends rules, and we even house rule a couple things.
We house rule a lot, but it's just to make the game
Makes it more fun.
more fun than we look at it as a guideline rather than strict law.
Thanks for the Models Games Workshop. We'll take it from here.
Yeah.
We'll take it from here.
But
thanks for some of the
$60 rule
rules.
book.
but
That-
yeah, it's
that, that is posted mostly online.
yeah, for real.
So true.
But yeah, it's really what's it called? It's really unfortunate that like with the with the Emperor's Children article that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
They only
Back to the Emperor's Children article that's being discussed today.
yeah, so
Yes.
for some reason they only have access to, I want to say it's 5 data sheets. Someone pull it up. Leo, flash it up in post.
Leo flashed it up in
Five
post.
demon data sheets or just data
It's
sheets?
5 demon data sheets that are in the codex, and you can only bring them in one detachment. It's literally in the codex, and it's only allowed for one of the detachments.
What the hell is wrong with them?
It's demonettes, fiends, seekers, and the named keeper of secrets and the regular keep of secrets.
All right, Games Workshop. I need you to listen real.
You have a 1,000-point limit, which I don't even think you mathematically can break that 1,000-point limit.
I don't think so. Like Games Workshop, you need to realize that a lot of the if you're gonna be playing with Chaos Space Marines of a specific faction with the demons, you want a lot of the demons and you want a good variety of the demons, not 5 data sheets that only one detachment can use. That is
It's crazy.
fucking insane.
It's actually insane.
I found in the article Shalaxi Hellbane.
That's the named keeper of secrets.
That's the name Keeper of Secrets. So it's Demonettes, Fiends, Seekers, Keeper of Secrets, and Shalaxi Hellbane.
Yeah. Okay. So I did have it right. Yeah.
She can't see. Shalaxi. She Lexi.
Someone
Leo, add
someone
crickets
needs to
in post.
shoot Leo.
So that's what So this is some behind the scenes for everybody at home. That's what a bit that we call staying in the cut.
Leo, add more crickets in post.
Bitch, I'm in the cut.
The crickets are just gonna get increasingly louder from the first point until now when they
Leo,
stop.
add cicadas in post.
Cicadas? That's gonna kill people.
Yeah, just give me like cicadas for 3 more
Hey,
seconds.
you know
and
what?
then
I
we
was
get back
meaning
to
to
the
bring this up
podcast.
before. I'll bring it up now.
One.
Stop telling me when to add edits in. Stop telling me.
Edit,
I'm gonna-
boy.
edit, boy. Add in another edit right
Edit
here.
another edit right here. And give me the Joker.
Come on, edit, boy.
Now, a bit of behind the scenes for everybody at home. That's a bit that you didn't just hear. It's something we call getting cut.
Leo, add 400 layers of crickets.
That was a really loud bleep.
Edits, boy.
Edit, boy.
The audience is going to be so mad at these bleeps.
Boleep.
Boleep. Anyway, so I'm the fuck. Oh, I'm just seeing things. Yo, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Anyway, so this makes me really worried because like, what's gonna happen when World Eaters gets their codex? Like, what they're gonna get they're gonna get like maybe Flesh Hounds, maybe get or they're gonna get like what Flesh Hounds, Bloodletters, Bloodthirster, Scarbrand, and what else would they?
Probably that big ass soul grinder. Is that what it's called?
No, they're not gonna get the soul. Well, if the soul grinder of Slanesh didn't get thrown in for Emperor's Children, rip soul.
That's
grinder.
crazy. Didn't that
But-
model come out like last edition?
No, a long time ago. Huh?
Soul grinder? Didn't
Soul
they made a new
Or
one?
they
right?
might have
Did
refreshed it, but
did
soul
they
grinders
refresh
are
that?
about as old
Yeah,
as
they were.
chaos.
No, they did because it was whenever World Eaters came out, they got a soul grinder. I'm not fucking with you. I think that happened.
You're talking about a skull crusher.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
yeah,
knew what I
definitely.
knew what I was talking about.
Leo, flash up.
You're talking about the dudes
Soul
on
Grinder in post. I'm gonna send you like a hilariously old picture of one of these.
It
Edit,
looks like
edit,
boy.
it looks like a vertical sarcophagus and like it looks cool as
Yeah,
shit.
edit boy, put this on the podcast. It looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, soul grinders are sick as fuck.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what you were saying by accident.
Yeah,
What's
the
it actually
skull
called?
crushers.
Skull
Those
crusher.
little like red rhino things.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking about?
Let me.
Because the red rhino things is what I think you're talking about, and those are sick as fuck too.
Yeah, it's like a guy riding on it, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh,
Is
he
it
might have
the-
actually been
is it the
talking about soul
hounds?
grinders.
No. Hold on.
Flesh hounds are not. Or they just refreshed flesh hounds.
Wait, what are you talking about? Describe it.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
In grand detail, describe boy. Describe a soul grinder.
Describe it.
I'm just gonna go to the GW site and see if I can find what I'm talking about. We're actually gonna cut the bit where I'm searching out.
Brody, Janet. Hangout Heresy.
Take my jetty, take my teddy. What am I thinking of?
Drink my Judy, drink my duty. Am
I stupid? I think I'm stupid.
Lord of Skulls?
Is it the Corn Lord of Skulls?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, that is not new. That's been around
also
for
old as
fucking ever.
balls.
Is it? Okay. never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, the Lord of Skulls has been around literally for like 15
it fucked me
years.
up because I remember
Lord of Skulls is also glorious.
40K
though.
in 40 minutes did whatever the World Eaters Codex came out in 9th, right?
Yep.
Whenever that came out in 9th, they did a battle between World Eaters and somebody with the Lord of Skulls. So I had just assumed that was a new model that came with the World Eaters.
Oh, hell no.
I've seen a Lord of Skulls on a table before, and that shit is so cool.
I mean, it is very cool.
It low key sucks, but it is so glorious.
That's one of those things that it doesn't matter if it sucks. It's so cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry for that little tangent. I thought that was a new model.
Anyway, where were we? Where even are we?
We were talking about the Gene
podcast.
Stealers.
Yeah,
oh wait, no, we were talking about.
I was talking about the implication.
The
the
implication.
The implication.
The implication.
We got
So
on
like
World
now it's
Leaders.
what's even going to be allowed for like Thousand Sons to bring? Like what we might get horrors, screamers.
I imagine. Here's my hope.
they're going to
is
pretend
that-
Zangors are demons. Like fuck,
I just hope.
Zangors are your stand-ins for some demon editions.
man, fuck you.
So ass.
My hope for Death Guard and fucking Thousand Sons, I could not remember the names, is that they get a wider selection of demons because they have the majority of the demons that I've seen, at least, like between those two. I mean, that seems like a fair thing because like when you see Death Guard players, at least they have a lot of.
Yeah, I think
There's a
I
lot
would
of
say that
demon
Nurgle
options.
probably has the most demons.
Yeah, Nurgle.
And-
Well, Nurgle has the most demons, and Death Guard has the most bullshit.
True.
Yeah, but
Death Guard has an actually fully fleshed out.
so much
I
stuff.
genuinely think Death Guard, it's either Death Guard or Sisters, has the most fleshed out range of any. Well, obviously, Space Marines, ignoring Space Marines.
I wish Custodes had the amount of random characters that Death Guard has.
Space Wolves characters.
Space Wolves still have more characters than I have data sheets in my entire army.
It's really funny.
That's crazy.
Just so annoying.
Actually insane.
But Thousand Sons also has a good, like, big selection of, like, demons to work with, right? Or am I wrong?
Kinda. Or right now, Zinch. I think there's more Zinch demons than any other kind of demon.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes. So right now, yeah. Like it's like I think it's Zinch, Nurgle, then Khorne and Slanesh as far as like sheer amount goes. There's a lot of random bullshit that Zinch has.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think my hope is at least that those two armies get data sheets, like a more diverse selection of data sheets for demons.
Yeah.
Because, like, with the the Emperor's Children and World Eaters, they don't have a lot of selection for demons, like, especially the Slanesh demons. There's not a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just would still be nice to have, like, Seeker Chariots and to have, what's it called, like, the Infernal and Rapturouses and, like, all that bullshit. Or,
True.
like, the Exalted Demonettes are cool. There's one more. Like, there's a couple little, like, random demon characters and whatnot that it would be really awesome.
Just a lot of stuff missing.
Or, like the
Just
big ass,
dumbed
the
down.
big fuck ass mirror thing.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. You're
Yeah.
so right. Yeah, there's so much missing.
Yeah, and it's like,
unreal.
and you can't even use the, like, oh, but it's like they just didn't want to include all the named demons, because I know that Mirror is a named demon, but like, I mean, Shalaxi Hellbane is very specifically name dropped in the article.
But also, it's the giant mirror.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like-
a giant
that's so
fucking
sick.
mirror. That's the most Slanesh thing there is.
That's so fucking sick. Like, let me take it on the table. What the hell?
Gimme.
Dude, I played against one once. That thing is so cool. Like I was at an RTT and someone had one of those mirrors in their army. That army was actually sick as fuck. He washed my ass. Like, he fucking destroyed me.
Was it like a Slanesh demon army?
Yeah, it was all Slanesh demons.
Wow.
He had 3 Keepers of Secrets. That mirror thing, and then a shit ton of Seekers and a shit ton of Demonettes, and all of them were painted awesome. For some reason, that guy found a very weird way to turn everything into a sex joke. So it was kind of funny playing against them as well. But yeah, it was a very interesting day. Anyway,
and-
shout
Yeah,
out
I'm gonna play my
Slanesh
Thousand
guy.
Sons. Thousand Sons, more like Thousand Cocks.
That's someone's got to shoot Leo before the end of this podcast. But yeah, no. Anyway, moral of the story: that mirror is so sick. Like,
That's one of those models I'd love to see in person.
I don't even remember what it does. It just looked cool.
Speaking of models I want to see in person, Mutal the Vortex Beast.
Mutilith Vortex.
Hey man, that shit's
Beast.
still in the box, my brother.
Still in the box.
Take it out of the
I
box.
can't blame you. I've got so much shit to
That
work
shit
on.
is still in the box.
Couldn't be me. I have nothing left to build.
Get to painting, kid.
No.
I sat down to paint once this year,
You heard it here first, boys.
and I went. I'm painting Custodes, of course.
Oh, I remember.
I sat down to paint. I don't have any Retributor gold.
Yeah, like that's the one thing you need.
That's the gold. That, for anyone not painting Custodes, that is the gold. So, and it was also Monday, and so every
So and then you didn't
is
paint
closed
since.
on Monday.
Yeah.
That is like
Right.
the ultimate killer of like paint vibes. It's like, fuck, I don't have the one thing I need, and there are no places
Well, like, what
open.
the fuck else is Ethan gonna paint
I-
on this?
And I sat down, like I prepared the wet palette and everything. I was sat down, I was ready. I like the wet palette ceremony. Okay,
Dude, it's a whole like
it's
a whole thing.
And I sit down, I sit down. I'm like, wait, I need to go get the paper towels because I always forget paper towels and a water cup whenever I sit down to paint. So I sit down with those again, and I'm like, let's get this going. I put on a little Wendigoon, a little Nexpo, just to throw a few little names out of shit I'm watching, and then no Retributor gold.
I remember-
I start digging around my whole pile of almost every paint.
He even like called me while I was at work to ask me if I maybe had his
I
Retributor
said,
gold.
dude, did you maybe borrow my Retributor gold? I
Ethan
really
was
need it.
Coping hard.
He then
I-
texts like the group chat that we all
At
have
everyone.
of our Warhammer buddies. It's like, does anybody have a Retributor gold that I maybe lent them? And I'm like, nah, bro, I don't even need that color. I'm like,
Worst part of that was that I was like, oh, I might have Retributor gold in my room, and then I got home that night from work, and it turns out it's the Retributor gold that I stole from my dad. Shout outs to you, pops. And I actually finished off the pot when I was doing some last second
Can't put
painting.
down the pot.
I can't put down the pot.
It was the
Warhammer
gold
painting
that I
pot.
like.
Sipping on that non oil.
I finished it while I killed the whole pot of Retributor gold while trying to do some paint a last second model for the grand narrative. Like, so I literally had none.
So cooked.
Unfortunate. Did all the like rituals and everything, man.
Just one
Prayed
of
to
those
the
things-
Omnissiah.
Just one of those things that kills your ability to. I got hobby burnout.
Kills
for
the
so long.
drive.
I get energy, super spike, and then I'm back to the burnout.
Rip.
That has been my
do
experience
it.
for the past, like, I want to say, like, maybe year now.
Yeah, I was about to say it's been a while.
Like, I burnt myself the fuck out.
Because you mostly painted the rhinos, right?
I mainly painted the Rhino and then everything that hadn't been painted that I needed for the boarding action crusade. And that was most of the things. Like, I remember my Repentia hadn't been painted. My Palatine I had just gotten out of the box and was
I remember
painting.
this now.
And also I had my Hospitaller wasn't painted. My Retributors, I had a second thing of Retributors that weren't fully painted. Finished those. I finished basically everything that I would need, and then everything else except for the Exorcist, the War Suits, and Morvenval.
Dude, you know what zapped the energy out of me? Painting Sisters of Silence.
It is.
That was.
Do you understand my pain now? Whenever I tell you painting is like not my favorite thing to do.
Draining.
Bro, when I finally have all 60 Arbites built and I have to start painting those little dudes.
Torture.
Brodie's gonna have to go through that training that they do for like Navy SEALs, like torture methods.
We're gonna have to like practice waterboarding on Brodie just to get him through painting 60 Arbites.
Bro, I'm gonna make like a whole you know what? Y'all we'll follow the progress on the podcast and see if I actually stick through it. But like I'm about to start going to the gym daily because the gym right next door to us is super expensive and it's like the only gym close by. So like I'm going to be spending so much money on it that I'm going to like force myself to go every single day, which I think is a good thing. But
Good things. The podcast of transformation, personal transformation podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, where we also heretically hang out sometimes.
Where we also heretically hang out. Just veg out.
So what I'm gonna do is when I finish building all 60 Arbites, because I am planning on having 60 Arbites in my list for the next year, for the next year's Grand Narrative.
Still crazy.
Am I insane for that?
It's
Probably.
gonna be a really good.
Oh, it's
list.
60 Arbites and 20 Battle Sisters.
It's gonna be such a good list.
I'm gonna have to ask to borrow some of those when we play house games.
Okay.
Because I only have 2 teams of Battle Sister. I never can run. I can't ever run Army of Faith because I don't have enough units to make it work.
Well,
Like
Leo, for games around here, like for everyone that's playing Imperium, like it's gonna be Imperial agents. So literally anything in the entire army is gonna be fair game for like if someone wants to just slot in something. And obviously, unless I'm playing the agents, but
That's probably gonna go on the shelf, like straight up.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have some rhino. I'm gonna have a couple rhino, or it's gonna be rhinos, but it's gonna be tall roxes, but playing as rhinos. But yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna do like a 60-day period where I spray all of the Arbites all at once, right? And then every single day I paint one.
oh boy,
I think it's gonna be sick.
No, because you're gonna be like, okay, I fucked up today. Tomorrow I'm doing 2, and you are fucked once you start that because the snowball is gonna.
All
be
right,
crazy.
next day tomorrow I have to do 14.
Tomorrow I have to do 41 Arbites. Dude, you're cooked.
All right,
You're
I couldn't get
not
the
making
41
it through
Arbites
that.
done today. Tomorrow I'm gonna do 42 Arbites. Then that'll get the ball rolling.
Then that'll get the ball rolling.
I'll commit then.
It's
The
gonna be like
rest will
3
be so
podcasts.
easy after those 42.
Listen, the next 18 are gonna be immaculate.
So easy.
Like there's gonna be like 3 podcast episodes from now. Y'all are gonna be like, so.
All right,
Brodie?
guys, I'm gonna do 52 tomorrow because I got really hung up at work.
Yeah, man, my work schedule's been so terrible lately. I really fell behind. I got to do 56 tomorrow to stay on track.
I have to do all 60 tomorrow to stay on track for my painting.
Okay, look. I can't do 1 Arbite every week because then I'm gonna run out of time. Because the goal is to have the whole army done for the Grand Narrative.
What about 5 a week?
5 a week? I can do that.
You can do 5 a week?
Yeah.
All right, so next week I'm gonna have to do 10 Arbites.
So that's a 12. Was that a 12-week period of doing 5 a week?
Yeah.
All right, you got that?
Yeah, I think I got that.
How many months is that? It's 3.
Yep.
That's 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
3 months.
Okay, that's a quarter of a year.
That's doable.
Yeah, that's super doable.
That's doable
I
when you
got
put it in
that shit.
perspective. If anyone else wants to use that absolutely easy formula to put it into perspective, the Hangout Heresy formula for getting shit done that I will not use.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I should probably get that done at some point. And once it starts eating away at my brain, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And then I set it in front of me. I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. Throw it against the wall.
Sit down. Fuck, I hate this.
Fuck, I hate. My hands are so like, ugh.
Ugh, I can't do this right now. I'm not
Not
creative pilled.
I'm not creative pilled art maxing. I gotta watch YouTube for
I'm
7
not art
hours.
maxing.
Gotta scroll through Twitter.
Got a rage queue on Marvel Rivals.
Got a rage
Rage
queue.
queue.
Did I tap in and say that I'm Grandmaster on this podcast yet?
No, because that happened after the last episode.
Okay, guys, I made it to Grandmaster. I'm Grandmaster Venom.
Hey, Leo, where are you
Venom
at?
player.
Gold.
You're at gold? Oh.
I'm in gold 3.
Brodie,
Oh.
bottom of bronze.
Yes, sir.
B.O.B.
Hey, unlike everyone else on this couch, I have a wait, I can't use that one anymore.
Can't use that one anymore, bro.
Damn it.
So cooked. So now, Brodie, review the Necromunda model that came out recently on a Warcom article called
That gets a
The
definitely
Prophet of Redemption.
it gets a buying it tomorrow out of 10.
It's such a crazy
Dude,
model.
that shit is so sick.
Yeah, I'll describe for our listeners what we're seeing, but I'll pop it up.
Bro,
as well.
it's
Edit
fucking
boy.
Edit boy.
The Prophet of Redemption.
It's an old dude.
prophet
He's
of
got a
editing.
long flowing beard. It looks awesome as shit. There's scriptures, and then like he's holding up an actual like skeletonized torso with like the crown is like a brazier. Sick as fuck. That's actually one of the sicker models that I've seen. It's very Sisters-esque in its.
Dude, it's so awesome.
It's so good. The Necromunda models that are like really Imperium are insanity.
The Necromunda models that are
The Necromunda models are just insanity.
Yeah, they're just so good.
They're so good.
I'm gonna set another podcast New Year's resolution in March.
Oh no!
Oh no! We've already had too many of these.
No,
we had 3.
Okay. What's the new one?
We
Don't
play-
say it's Don't say it's Necromunda.
We
related.
play one Necromunda game.
This whole year we play one.
We have to play at least one.
Doable.
Yeah, actually,
doable.
all right, Ethan. Tomorrow, what you doing?
So the problem is that
Oh wait, I just remember what I'm doing tomorrow.
we've
Never
got to
mind.
make the terrain. And
Oh fuck! We've had the terrain. We've been sitting on that terrain for 2 or 3 years.
We got to do a terrain
I
day
think we've had the
tomorrow.
terrain for longer than we've had this apartment.
that terrain is
Older
That's
than this
right.
apartment.
Y'all had that terrain before y'all moved
Before
in
we even
here.
moved in here.
that terrain looks torturous.
Because that's when I bought my Necromunda models.
Whew.
Damn.
Man, time been flying. We got to get working on this shit.
We should just have a
Yeah.
day where we build.
We gotta
the
lock
terrain.
in.
All right. Well, yeah, we gotta.
We gotta lock in.
We gotta lock in. Everyone else needs to lock in. Everyone join us on this absolute journey this year.
So much Warhammer.
And I think I smell something.
I think I smell.
Oh
something.
yeah. Those boxes been sitting there for this whole time, huh?
Yeah, but they've been sitting.
that? Do you smell?
Do you smell?
that?
Anyway, yeah, I'm actually gonna go grab the boxes in question, y'all.
Brody meal time.
Alrighty.
Back.
We'll be right back.
Brody meal time.
Alrighty. Well, y'all, so today for the Brodie mealtime, I didn't feel like cooking. So, I acquired some fried chicken for us. And look, this is let me set the stage real quick for this one, cuz this is how you, everything I'm about to tell you is how you know this place is flames, right? So I walk in, or I called in the order, right? For us three. And I walk in, and it's this super old lady who is kind of rude, low key, but whatever. And then she just says, "Oh, you're picking up for Brodie? Okay, bet." And just goes to the back, right? She grabs a couple boxes. There's a kid back there who is definitely way too young to be working a fryer like that. There's somebody passed
Loaded.
out. So behind the counter, there's the lady talking. Behind her is a table, right? Just a fucking regular ass picnic table, yeah? And somebody was wrapped up in 3 different blankets taking a nap on that table. There's definitely every single health code violation in the book on this one. This is why I'm not name dropping the place as well.
The thing is, I know exactly what place you're talking about.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I've had to DoorDash from there.
Yeah. You could definitely get shot in the parking lot if you stay there too long. This.
But that
Anyway.
combo $8.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Our whole order, for all 3 of us, didn't even break $25.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 pieces. 1, 2, 3 for all 3 boxes, 3 pieces of chicken each. These tenders are big as fuck. Whole nice solid order of fries here. I only asked for 1 honey mustard each, and they gave us 2 each.
Kablooey.
Actual legends here
Insanity.
over at
This
this
fine
joint.
establishment.
This fine food establishment. Yeah, love them to death. We order from them all the time. And also, by the way, everybody, this is your reminder to shop local. Spend your money locally. Go give your money to that old Asian lady that owns a tiny little shack in the hood. All right,
Give your money to me.
or give your money to Leo. That also works.
Leo, what are you going to do with all of our viewers' money?
Well, I'm going to probably not upload my personal YouTube videos, and I'm probably also going to, not edit the next episode of the podcast.
Okay, so Leo is openly running a scam.
It's not a scam.
Please fund Leo's scam.
I didn't say
Fund
send me
Leo's
money
scam.
to me to for me to
Fund
do
Leo's
these
scam.
things. I just said that's what I'm not going to do. Anyway, Brodie,
Anyway, dig in, fellas. I
This
just
is-
grabbed a fry.
I had a bite of the chicken. It's
is so
pretty.
fucking good.
Oh yeah, these fries are good. I haven't even gotten into the chicken yet. Mm-mm.
Everything. It's just like a good classic meal. The fries are crinkle cut, if for anybody who wanted to know. And if I had to describe the tender, like if I were to relate it to something I've had before, probably close to what. No, that's not right. I was gonna
If you say Canes, I'm shooting you.
no. I was gonna say close to what Chili's old recipe was, but that's not entirely correct.
Okay, the batter's not super far off, I guess.
It's similar, but not like super. But it's still good. I do like it.
But yeah, nice heavy blend of salt and pepper on this chicken. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good.
Out of 5.
Yeah, out of 5. Out of 5, I'd say no. Out of 5, I'd say very fucking good. Shout outs to local Asian fried chicken.
I would say that this puts my ass to sleep out of 5 because when I worked my first job, I used to go run to this place, get fried chicken, and then fall asleep in my car for like 2 hours after. Great stuff.
And I will give this a pretty good out of 5. Well, that's it from us at the Hangout Heresy. Thank you for sticking with us through another episode.
One of these days we'll be professionals, but
And one of these days we'll have read Fall of Cadia.
Continue reading it.
hey, look, I am. I read 100 pages of it like literally a week ago.
How many pages are there?
At least 3. At least 3 pages.
Because I'm on audiobook and I'm 1
There's
hour.
more than 95 because I was on page 95 and there was a lot more book left. So I'm going to go with more than 95.
That's huge. I'm on the audiobook, so I'm like an hour 15 in. So not too bad, but got a lot more to go because it's like 19 hours.
Good God.
It's a long book.
It's a long one. It's a big
It
one.
is a long book, but it is
Pace yourselves.
beautiful.
Pace yourselves, people. It's getting pretty good.
It is.
Dude,
Well,
that intro is so insane.
Yes, but
But we will talk
We'll
about it
talk
at a
about-
future date.
At a future date, we will
Anyway,
discuss this.
I've been Brodie.
I've been Leo. I'm not first.
And I've been Ethan.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and let's get on out of
We'll
here.
see
huh?
you next episode.
Yes, sir.